Okay, so this is chapter 15, the yoga of the Supreme Person, Purushottam Yoga. Very wonderful chapter. So let us start with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunme Nitanyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णापृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे हरे। श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा मैया की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।
Mataji, actually, I wanted to do this prayer, but then I joined late, so I couldn't.
Okay, no worries. Next time you can do it. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay, chalo good. So last time we had studied 3 modes of material nature. Can somebody tell me by raising your hands, not just unmuting directly, कि कौन से है 3 modes of material nature? Today is going to be very interactive. I have kept a lot of polls. And yes, Nityansh.
Mataji.
By raising your hand, not by unmuting directly. Okay,
Mataji,
yes.
Mataji, ignorance, anger, and passion.
Okay. So partly correct. Yes, Roshni.
Mataji, goodness, passion, and ignorance.
Yes, very good. Very nice.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Ignorance,
Anger and goodness.
Mataji, ignorance, goodness, and passion.
So sattva gun, tamo gun, and rajo gun. Sattva gun is mode of goodness, rajo gun is mode of passion, and tamo gun is mode of ignorance. Very good. Very nice, all of you.
Mataji, Rajogun, could you tell me what exactly it is? What do you mean by passion?
Passion means proud, being greedy. You have lust, anger, and greed. All the 3 things are in rajogun. You want to achieve something in life, do something in life. I want this. I want a big house. I want a big car. I want to enjoy. Everything is centered around me. That is rajogun, passion. Ignorance matlab sleepy, lazy, don't want to do anything, in depression, want to commit suicide. That is ignorance. And goodness is I am good to others. I will be good to others. I will not speak lies. Okay, I will do my studies well. I will obey my parents. That is goodness. And what is Shuddha Sattva? Can somebody tell me what is pure goodness? Yes, Nityansh.
We are doing everything for Krishna.
Very nice. Yes, Roshni.
Ma'am, Mataji, above all 3 modes, when the center of our life is Krishna and we are unconditionally serving him, is that.
Very nice. Very good. Now I will launch a nice poll on this. Okay, so 1 second. Let me launch the poll. Now you have to tell me कि सत्व गुण किस में होते हैं, रजोगुण किस में होते हैं, तमोगुण किस में होते हैं. Okay, everyone alert? Okay, now here goes the poll. 1, 2, 3. Come on, very nice. Very good. Come on, very few of you are left. Very nice. Last two are left. 2 जनों ने किया नहीं है अभी. Okay, so I'm ending the poll now. Okay, I will share the results. Very good. All of you, majority of you have done very well. So the Sattva Gun is the quality of Brahmanas, right? So here we are not talking about caste. Understand this one thing. Not that हम Brahman में हमारा caste is Brahman. It is not Brahman. It is Brahmanical behavior. हम लोग कैसे behave करते हैं उसके हिसाब से है. Okay. So Sattva Gun is Brahmanas. Very nice. So the Brahmanas, those who have selected Brahmanas, a big Hari bol to you. Very nice. रजोगुणिक क्षत्रियाज, राइट? क्षत्रियाज में क्या होता है? एकदम ऐसा पैशनेट होते हैं, राइट? मोड ऑफ पैशन, मुझे उसको जीतना है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है, राइट? दैट इज क्षत्रियाज. एंड तमोगुण इज द लेबर क्लास. ढीले होते हैं ना, ज्ञान लेने की इच्छा होती है, राइट? एकदम बिल्कुल सुस्त होते हैं. इट इज लाइक दैट. ओके, सो वेरी नाइस ऑल ऑफ यू हु गॉट द करेक्ट आंसर्स. अब एक हरी बोल टू यू. वेरी नाइस, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. Okay, so then yeah, very good. So basically what happens in this material world, the entire material world, we are bound in this material world because of these 3 gunas, right? हमारे बहुत सारे desires थे, हमको कुछ कुछ करना था और मतलब ये करना है, वो करना है. So we wanted to enjoy other than Krishna. So that is why we came into this material world. So either we are bound by rajogun या we are सत्वगुण और तमोगुण. हम में सब में ये 3 गुणों है. 3 गुण तो सब में है, लेकिन सब में कुछ गुण प्रीडोमिनेंट होते हैं. कुछ गुण जो है that are very prominent. Like in some people, mode of goodness, sattva gun is very prominent. They will always be in mode of goodness. कभी झूठ नहीं बोलेंगे, माता पिता को हमेशा, they will respect their parents, right? Then they will help their parents. They will do their studies well. तो हमेशा सत्व गुण में रहेंगे. कुछ लोग हमेशा लेजी रहेंगे. नहीं मुझे टीवी देखना है, नहीं मुझे खाना है, मुझे पीना है, मुझे टाइम पास करना है. कुछ लोग बाय डिफॉल्ट वैसे रहेंगे. सत्व गुण उनमें कम रहेगा, लेकिन तमोगुण बहुत ज्यादा रहेगा. और कुछ लोग नहीं मुझे फर्स्ट आना है, ये मेरे से आगे कैसे गया, मुझे उससे आगे जाना है, मुझे उसके पास इतना अच्छा ड्रेस है, मम्मी मुझे भी ला दो वैसा ड्रेस, राइट? सम पीपल आर ऑलवेज इन दैट मोड ऑफ पैशन, हमेशा रजोगुण में रहते हैं, राइट? अभी हमको ऐसे सारे, so even in mode of goodness we are still we are doing something for ourselves. इसके लिए हमको कृष्णा के, we are not close to Krishna. So what is Krishna saying? कि ये सारे तीनों गुणों के कारण the entire material world is bonded by this, right? And that is why we get stuck in this material world.
Mataji, but the Shuddha Sattva is for Krishna, so that is not one of material nature's 3 modes.
So no, but we are talking about Sattva Gun, not Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva is Krishna. So Sattva Gun, Rajo Gun and Tamo Gun. These are 3 modes. Shuddha Sattva is not here in these 3 modes. When we are in Shuddha Sattva, then we go to the spiritual world. फिर हमें यहाँ पे रहने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. We don't have to stay here, right? Okay. So then see, for example, Duryodhan was very greedy. Pandavas were saying कि मुझे बस 5 villages ही दे दो, बस we are fine with that. We do not want to rule the entire planet. Just give us 5 villages. But Duryodhan was in mode of passion and ignorance. दोनों था उसमें. He said कैसे देंगे? I will wipe out all the Pandavas. सारे Pandavas को पूरा नष्ट कर देंगे. He was slave of anger. He was slave of greed. He was slave of lust. Right? He what attracted towards Draupadi, slave of lust. Right? So because Duryodhan was slave of all this 3 gunas, क्या हो गया ultimately? He got destroyed. Right? Ravana you all know, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, उसमें सत्व गुण भी थोड़े से थे, because he knew the Vedas and all that he knew, but he did not know the You know, he did not apply it. So what happened? Uske, all these 3 modes, what did he say? You know, steal Sita, kidnap Sita, kidnap Sita. Then don't give Sita to Lord Ram, even at the cost of your life. Marna padega to bhi don't give Sita. Right? So what happened ultimately? 1 second, na beta. So what happened ultimately? Ravana ko kya hua? He was killed by Lord Ram because he was lust, anger, greed. Remember this: lust, anger, and greed. These are what? 3 gateways to hell. Correct? No? You agree?
Yeah, ma'am. But Ravan was Brahmana, so
Yeah.
why did he had the qualities like lust, anger, greed?
हाँ, see हम में भी थोड़े qualities है. So even if you are Brahmana, see जैसे for example, simple thing, we know that what is our swadharma? Our swadharma is to study. And what is our spiritual dharma? Our spiritual dharma is to chant, to study Bhagavad Gita and all that, right? हम सबको ये knowledge है, लेकिन फिर भी हम गलती करते हैं. कभी कभी आलस आ जाता है, नहीं करते हैं. अरे मेरे फ्रेंड्स नहीं खरीद रहे भगवद गीता, वो तो देखो कितने मस्त मजाक कर रहे हैं. They have gone for a movie on Saturday afternoon, but I am sitting here and doing Bhagavad Gita class. I also want to go there. So these temptations are there. Understand, these temptations are there, and then the temptations, when you fall prey to the temptations, then you fall down, right? अभी आपके फ्रेंड्स तो कितने सारे होंगे, संडे आप सब भगवत गीता क्लास के लिए आते हैं, लेकिन आपके फ्रेंड्स बाहर मजे करते होंगे, कोई पिकनिक के लिए गया होगा, कहीं और कुछ गया होगा, राइट? सो दिस टेम्पटेशंस आर, देखो वो कितना मजा कर रहे हो, देखो मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. बट व्हेन यू रेजिस्ट दोस टेम्पटेशंस एंड गिव प्रायोरिटी टू द राइट थिंग्स, then you go in Shuddha Sattva, then you go closer to Krishna. Okay, obviously we are all small, you are all small kids, temptations रहेंगे, जाना भी है, बाहर घूमना भी है. We are not saying that you should not go for a movie, you should not go for a picnic. Definitely you should go, but you should have those slots कि मैं ये compromise करके नहीं जाऊंगा. So it is like in the jar, when you have big stone and you have small stone and you have sand. So big stone, first is you put the big stone into the jar, then you put the small stones. और sand तो कहीं पे भी accommodate हो जाएगी. जैसे हमारा big job क्या है? To study Bhagavad Gita, to do our regular studies. वो हमारे big job है. पहले उसको डालो. Second क्या है? To obey our parents, to do our regular normal duties. वो छोटे stones है. And what is the sand? पार्टी जाना है, घूमने जाना है, मॉल जाना है, शॉपिंग के लिए जाना है. Those are like sand. तो वो कहीं पे भी ये सब करके जहाँ पे फिट हो जाएंगे उसमें डाल देना. Okay, so it is like that. Right, Vedant? Is your doubt cleared, beta?
Yeah, Mataji.
Okay, chalo, good, very nice. So now we saw that because we are stuck by these 3 gunas, that is why we have got stuck here. And what is this world? This world is like a jail. ये jail क्यों कहा गया है? Because this is like a jail or a hospital. We have to come here, get ourselves transformed and go back. Where? To the spiritual world. हमको यहाँ पे permanently नहीं रहना है. Because this is a life of suffering. We see our relatives dying. We see our relatives, some are poor, some are very rich, right? All that, relationship issues are there, right? So this is a suffering. Now you're all small kids. You're all protected by your parents. But when you go into the world, when you will be alone, when you will have to face, then you will realize what the real suffering is. Today you are living in a nice, cozy home. There are no sufferings. Your parents are the shock absorbers. आपके तक कुछ पहुंचने ही नहीं देते, right? You are all so lucky, so fortunate kids. So you should take benefit of all this, right? Okay. Now let us move to chapter 15. So that is why this chapter 14 was called a trap. ये 3 modes of material nature में आप फंसोगे तो trap में फंस जाओगे. Okay. So today's acronym is HOME. HOME. Yeah. First starts with home or hotel. Right, so you might know that if you are all staying at home, you're not studying in a hostel. But if you are studying in a hostel, you would know that whenever last दिन एग्जाम का जब आता है तो क्या होता है, सब बच्चे उसी दिन शाम के ही 5 या 6 बजे की ट्रेन टिकट बुक करेंगे, फ्लाइट टिकट बुक करेंगे, and they will go back home to their house. They do not want to stay in the hostel. Run back home. Why? Because you get nice things to eat. No studies, right? No getting up early, all day play, nothing doing, right? No homework, no one to shout. You will just throw away the dress close to your mother. Your mother will wash. Mother will make nice things for you, right? So home is like a place that there is nothing to bother, right? So in summer vacation, everyone loves summer vacation. लेकिन ये होम में हम कितने साल रहते हैं? 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years. उसके बाद क्या? उसके बाद नया घर देखेंगे, नया लाइफ मिलेगा, नया घर देखेंगे, न्यू लाइफ. उस वहां पे भी हम लोग रहेंगे. some 60-70 years we will stay. Again we will get a new life. ह्यूमन लाइफ मिला तो घर में रहेंगे. अच्छा, ह्यूमन लाइफ नहीं मिला तो कहीं पता नहीं, कहीं गटर में रहेंगे या कहाँ रहेंगे, we don't know, right? So Krishna is saying that that so this is not your real home. Our eternal home is very beautiful, very beautiful. What is that eternal home? Can someone unmute and tell me?
Godhead. Back to Godhead.
Yeah, and what is it called? Goloka. Very nice. And there is one more abode of his. Vaikuntha. Very nice, very nice. So Krishna is saying, वहां पे हमें जाना है, Goloka and Vaikuntha. So there are some similarities and differences between our home, जहां हम लोग रहते हैं, और Vaikuntha और गोलोका में. ओके, थोड़ा सिमिलैरिटीज और डिफरेंसेस भी है. लाइक फॉर इन केस ऑफ आवर होम, जैसे हमारा घर है, वहां पे क्या है? वी गेट लव ऑफ आवर पेरेंट्स, राइट? लव ऑफ आवर रिलेटिव्स, ब्रदर सिस्टर, हमको प्यार मिलता है. लेकिन गोलोक और वृंदावन में क्या है? ओशन ऑफ लव, राइट? लव इज लाइक फ्लडिंग ओवर, ओशन ऑफ लव यू गेट देयर. इन दिस होम, आफ्टर से few years, 70, 80, 90 years, we will die. But in spiritual world, you will never die. Also, in this world, our relatives will die. But in spiritual world, no one will die, right? So that is the difference between our home, material home, and spiritual home. Then also see what is the difference between hotel and an home. होटल में क्या होगा? पैसे देंगे, वेटर आएगा, अच्छा बड़ा स्माइल करके आएगा, हेलो सर, व्हाट डू यू लाइक टू ईट, राइट? पैसे देंगे तभी हंसेगा, पैसे नहीं देंगे तो अपना डंडा दिखाएगा, हकाल देगा अपने को, है ना? But when you come home, your mom will talk so nicely. She will give you nice food to eat. Even if she's upset with you for something, still she loves you a lot. She will give you healthy and nutritious thing. होटल में क्या होगा? मिक्स वेज बना के देंगे, कल का परसों का जो भी बासा है सब कुछ डाल के, मस्त मसाला डाल के, मस्त चौक डाल के, ये ले लो, मस्त टेस्टी. Who is worried about your health, right? So that is the difference between hotel and an home. Okay, so home, we should always sing eternal home, Goloka and Vrindavan. मुझे वहाँ पे जाना है, हमेशा back of the mind. That should be there in your mind. Okay, now let us see now 15.1, first shloka of this chapter. So here it talks about a tree which is upside down, उल्टा tree है. कभी आपने उल्टा ट्री देखा है जिसके रूट्स ऊपर है और ट्री नीचे है? नहीं ना. बट भगवत गीता में ये भी बोला है कि ये ट्री तो उल्टा ट्री है. या
It's a banyan tree.
Yes, it is a banyan tree. Listen very carefully. Everything, we have a very little tricky quiz in the end. So listen very carefully.
Mataji,
Yeah.
Mataji, there are some people who have seen an upside down tree.
Where?
Mataji, like from the space, Mataji.
Space. Those are all stories.
No, actually that's possible because Earth is round. When you go down, straight down, you'll see that the bottom part would be upside down. So
If you go straight down to the what you say, Iceland and all, will you see upside down tree?
Mataji, it's the reflection of the tree on the river.
Yeah. Yeah. Reflection you can see upside down. Yes.
In banyan tree, the branches look like the roots and the roots look like the branches.
So this is a banyan tree and it is ulta, upside down. So before we get into it, what Krishna is trying to tell you, I'll tell you a nice story. Okay. So once there was a queen and this queen had gone to take bath with her friends in a pond. So गई अपने सारे friends के साथ गई. She removed her clothes, she removed her necklace and she kept it on the bank. And then after that, they had a wonderful time there. They took bath and then they came back after taking bath. And then when she comes back, she sees, अरे her necklace is not there. अरे कहाँ गया मेरे गले का necklace? So now she's little worried कि इतना सुंदर necklace था, मेरे friend ने मुझे, मेरे best friend ने मुझे दिया था. And now she'll feel so upset. No, no, I want this necklace. She goes to the king. और राजा को जाके बोलती है कि मुझे अपना नेकलेस चाहिए. तो राजा कहते हैं कि छोड़ो ना, नेकलेस ही तो था, मैं आपको दूसरा नेकलेस देता हूँ. She said, no, 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 I want this necklace only. I want this necklace only. It was given to be my friend, by my best friend. So मुझे यही नेकलेस चाहिए. So then the king says that, okay, then king says सबको लगा देता है काम पे. Everyone, you know, he tells everyone to search for the necklace. और now he says, okay, I will give you a prize, whatever you want, I will give you, but please search the necklace. सब लोग necklace ढूंढने में लग जाते हैं. Then what happens? There is no, a sage is now sitting there closer to that pond, and then he sees this man. ये एक बंदा है, सुबह से यहाँ पे चक्कर लगा रहा है, सुबह से क्या बात है? Okay, so he goes to this man, the sage, he goes to this man and he asks him that, what are you doing? I'm seeing here since long time you are here. What are you doing? So man said, nothing. I'm not doing anything. मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. So then, लेकिन ये देख रहे कि हमेशा अंदर जा रहा है, बाहर आ रहा है, पानी के अंदर जा रहा है, बाहर आ रहा है. So कहता है कि फिर सेज को बोलता है कि देखो, I will tell you, but please you have to tell me that you will not ask for any share. And you don't have to tell this to anyone. I will tell you. The sage says, okay, promise. मैं तो sage हूँ, मुझे क्या चाहिए? मुझे तो कुछ चाहिए भी नहीं. आप पूछो आपको क्या चाहिए? Maybe if it is something is there, I will help you. Then he shows that, वहाँ पे लेके जाता है pond में और दिखाता है. See, can you see that down? That is a beautiful necklace of the queen. It is studded with so many jewels and all. कितना सुंदर necklace है. और मैं जा रहा हूँ अंदर वो necklace निकालने के लिए. I am diving and trying to remove it. But I am not able to remove it. मैं 2-3 बार गया, 10 बार गया, 15 बार गया, लेकिन I am not able to remove that necklace. So what should I do? Then the sage started laughing. Okay, he said, laughing. I know how to get this one. Okay, he immediately climbed up the tree. He removed the necklace and he gave it to this person. He says, do you understand what happened? Can somebody tell me what had happened?
He was watching the reflection of the tree.
It was a reflection of the tree, because a crow might have picked up the necklace and he would have put it on the tree, and that reflection he was watching. So he was foolishly struggling, right? He was foolishly struggling to remove the necklace. He said that in the same way Krishna is telling. Now this is very important point. Krishna is telling the same way this material world which is there is just a reflection. This is not the real world. Krishna is telling this, okay, we are not telling this. Krishna is telling this is not the real world. Like, you know, the difference between a real mango and a plastic wala mango, right? So here Krishna is saying it is just a reflection of a tree in the water. And what is the real world? The real world is the spiritual world. और ये वाला है सिर्फ रिफ्लेक्शन ही है. So our body is a bad copy. Okay, is not a pure body. It is a bad copy. But which is the pure copy? The spiritual world is the pure copy. This body will emit urine, stool, right? From all the 9 holes of our body, all something, when you get up in the morning, some or the other liquid will come out of this body, from eyes, from nose, from mouth, from ear. Right, from all the 9 holes, different things will come out.
The holes?
Holes, these two, this, anus and rectum.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So from all these 9 holes, all these dirty things will come out. But in spiritual world, there is no urine, no stool. There are no, so it is very pure body. The body will not secrete anything. जैसे हमको पसीना आता है ना, गंदा फिर बास आता है, लेकिन स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में ऐसा पसीना वसीना नहीं आएगा. इट्स अ वेरी प्योर बॉडी. सो दिस मटीरियल वर्ल्ड जो है जहाँ हम लोग रहते हैं, इट इज जस्ट अ रिफ्लेक्शन एंड इट इज टेम्पररी एंड इट इज अ प्लेस ऑफ सफरिंग. It is a dukkhalaya ashashvatam. It is a place of suffering. It is a temporary place. Krishna is telling this, okay? Understand this. Who is telling? Krishna is telling. कि आपको ये सब इसमें मत फंसो. That Krishna is telling, right? Let us move ahead. Yeah. So here I couldn't put the pictures, but the difference between a real marble and a imitation marble. Difference between a real mango and a plastic mango. So difference between this is a spiritual beauty and this is material beauty, right? ये कुछ दिनों के बाद क्या होगा? This boy will become, he will go into boyhood, he will become youth, he will become old, and then eventually he will die, and he will take, his soul will take another body, right? So that is what it is. Now currently we are into, listen very carefully. Quiz is not going to be an easy one, so listen very carefully. So currently we are, so अपना ग्राफ होता है ना, ग्राफ वैसे यहाँ पे प्लॉट किया है. ओके, एक है नेगेटिव एक्सिस, एक है कुछ भी नहीं 0 0, और एक है पॉजिटिव एक्सिस. ओके, सो करंटली वेयर आर वी आर इनटू दिस नेगेटिव एक्सिस. अभी हमको लगता नहीं है एक्चुअली सफरिंग है, like because we are all protected by our parents, we are like, you know, completely under nice protection and shelter of our parents. But we can go out in the world, then we'll realize, oh my god, कमाना भी पड़ेगा, family भी है, कैसे होगा, you know, then so many things will be there. career करना है, अच्छा job चाहिए, अच्छी position चाहिए, अच्छा घर चाहिए, unlimited, it will not end only. So it is all suffering. आज हमको ये पता नहीं चलता है, right? So now, yes. So now we are here on the negative side. Peace में कौन है? ज्ञानीज, right? उनको शांति शांति शांति, उनको कुछ नहीं चाहिए, उनको suffering भी नहीं चाहिए, उनको they neither want suffering nor they want happiness. They just want to get out of cycle of birth and death, right? So this ज्ञानी 0 0, कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, right? And so this is Brahma Jyoti. Okay, Brahma Jyoti. So you know we have material world, universes आपको पता है, और ऊपर कौन सा है? वैकुंठ planet और गोलोका है. बीच में क्या है? ब्रह्म ज्योति. तो ये लोग ना धरती पे है ना वैकुंठा प्लैनेट्स में है, ये कहाँ पे है? बीच में है. Just they want to be out of cycle of birth and death, yeah, and they want to be neither happy. पूरा ब्रह्म ज्योति में उनको रहना है. तो कौन रहते हैं वहाँ पे? योगीज रहते हैं. And Vaikuntha planets are very joyful, yeah, very happy planets. So I have a poll for all of you. Okay, let us see another poll. Oh, I didn't share the results, is it? Okay.
Ma'am, you shared the results of the previous poll.
Acha, okay. 15.2 poll I didn't do. Okay, so this poll also I'll launch. I forgot to launch this poll. Come on, this one more poll for you. Come on, everyone. What is the result of 3 gunas? They make us happy. They bind us in the material world. The cycle of birth and death. They take us closer to Krishna. Come on, come on, come on. Good. Come on, very nice. I will wait for 2 more to finish and then I'll stop. Okay, end poll. Okay, here goes the results. So what are these gunas? These gunas are sattva gun, rajo gun and tamo gun. Right? Will they make us happy? No. Will they bring us suffering? Yes. Right? So result of 3 gunas, they will not take us closer to Krishna. So the correct answer is bind us in the material world, and they will get stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Okay, so many of you, 38% of that has take us closer to Krishna. It will not take us closer to Krishna. हम फंस जाएंगे यहीं पे. We are here because of the 3 gunas. Okay, and that spiritual tree, that banyan tree which we saw, who is feeding that banyan tree? How is the banyan tree getting nourished? Because of the 3 gunas. Right, and because of the 3 gunas, there is a lot of suffering. That banyan tree is being nourished by the 3 gunas. Okay, now we have one more poll. 1 second.
Mataji,
Yeah.
Mataji, is this the banyan tree? Like it starts from his roots and then.
Yeah. Yes. I'm coming to that. Okay, so here goes the poll. 1, 2, 3, and here it goes. Come on. Where do the Gyanis go? Where do the devotees go? What is better? Love and peace. And with God, what do you want? Very nice. Very good.
ma'am, actually first one was a bit difficult, but I got it because I just thought about it for some time.
Very good. So think and answer. Very nice. Okay, very good. So I'll wait for one more to answer. Okay, two, three left. Come on, everyone. Okay, chalo, I'm ending the poll. Very nice. So, see, where do the Gyanis goes? Those who have marked Brahma Jyoti, that is correct. Because Gyanis, they do not have any love for Krishna. उनको बस peace चाहिए, शांति, शांति, शांति. Right? बस उनको, they want to go out of cycle of birth and death. So Jnani goes to Brahma Jyoti. So those who have selected Brahma Jyoti, Hari Bol. Where do devotees go? That is very nice. 95% people said spiritual world. Very good. And what is best among love and peace? So either 50-50% hai. We will discuss this, okay? Because I think you were a little confused. We will discuss this. And with
Mataji,
love,
we can see in the screen that spiritual bliss is positive axis and suffering is negative axis and peace is nothing. It's like, 0, 0. So love is better than peace.
yes.
You can already see.
Yes. And with God, do you want loving relationship? Yes, you want loving relationship. Brahma Jyoti में क्यों नहीं जाना है? Peacefully क्यों नहीं रहना है? I will just show you. Okay, we will just discuss that. So think of a relationship between, for example, a brother or a sister, or a husband or a wife. Okay. So क्या होता है? For example, just imagine that they have entered into a quarrel. Okay, दोनों में झगड़ा हो गया. Now both of them are fed up of each other. Okay, husband and wife, both of them are fed up of each other. They said, I don't want to talk with you. This one also says, I don't want to talk with you. Right? And then, okay, they said, okay, you stay in one room, I will stay in one room. So we will have peace. Shanti, shanti, shanti. तो दोनों दे बहन कुछ भी कई दिन बात ही नहीं करते. Okay, so they are talking चिट्ठी लिख के, what do you want to eat? This person will write, he will say, okay, I am making this, do you want to eat? Okay, so वैसे they will exchange, ठीक है, through chits. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Right? So no one is talking to anyone. There are no quarrels. The wife is happy, the husband is happy, right? Or the brother is happy, or sister is happy, everyone is happy. After a few days, life becomes very boring. किसी से बात ही नहीं है. घर पे जाना भी क्यों है? No one to talk. Why you want to go home? Because your parents are there, right? They love you. Where there is love, that is the place you would want to go. अगर बात ही नहीं करना है, सिर्फ शांति है, कोई झगड़ा ही नहीं है, घर में क्या करना है, घर पे जाके बस टीवी देखना है, would you want to go in such a home? No, right? So then after some time, life becomes very boring. Then the brother and the sister, the husband and wife says, no, ठीक है, let us forgive and forget, right? Then they come together and then they say, let us leave our quarrel. We can stay lovingly, we can stay happily together, right? Then the wife cooks whatever her husband likes or whatever her children likes, right? Then they also eat very nicely. They also praise the mother. Then there are loving exchanges between the family, right? So shanti was better ki nahi, you are in that room, I am in this room, we will just talk with WhatsApp. We will not talk, right? Is that better, or loving family is better? Which one is better?
Loving family.
Yeah. So that is why love is better than peace. And like we saw in the spiritual world, it has ocean of love. It has ocean of love. तो फिर किसको ब्रह्म ज्योति में क्यों जाना है? सिर्फ ज्ञान लेके, अगर भगवत से ज्ञान है बिल्कुल कि body and soul are different, Krishna is a supreme, we have a temporary body, सब ज्ञान है, लेकिन ज्ञान लेके फायदा क्या है अगर कृष्णा के साथ कनेक्शन ही नहीं है तो, right? When you have connection with Krishna, like Sudama, such loving, friendly relationship with Sudama and between Sudama and Krishna, right? So Krishna is ready to wash the feet of Sudama. Such loving relationship are there. So when you go to the spiritual world, Krishna is there and he is waiting for us to receive us, right? So then that is why love is greater than peace. So this, I think, point has been answered, right? Okay. Then, so then we saw that this, then here we are here, right? So Nityansh was mentioning. Yeah, so on this tree, on the top of the tree, who is there? Brahma is there. Brahma is at the top. And all the 14 planetary systems are down. Okay, so at the below Brahma, there is heaven, then there is earth, and then there are heavenly, hellish planets, right? And there is a desire of, आप river देख रहे हो? That river is a river of desire, right? कि मेरे को ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है, मुझे heaven जाना है, whatever, right? So many desires are there. And we want to enjoy, we want to become like enjoyer, we want to become like big Purusha. Now you remember na, big Purusha and tiny Purusha. We want to become big Purusha, we want to imitate God. And that is the reason why, right, when we get this tree is nourished by 3 modes of material nature, right? And we get stuck here into old age, disease, right? So what is Krishna trying to tell here is that with the sword of knowledge, now that you have all the knowledge that this place is temporary, place of misery, with the sword of knowledge, you cut this material tree. What is Prabhupada trying to explain in this verse? Cut this material tree and do what? Go to the spiritual world. So detachment towards the material desires and attachment towards Krishna. This is a very important point. Detachment to material desires and attachment to Krishna. Yes, Lesha, you have a point? Lesha, you've raised your hand.
Hare Krishna, Madhuri. I just wanted to say that the thing that our goal that we need to go back to home, we need to go back to Goloka, but that is also for a purpose. Like we are like, isn't that a desire too that we want to go back?
Absolutely. But that is Shuddha Sattva. That is not determined by your 3 gunas.
Okay.
Is it Ishani?
Yes.
Okay. So because that is Shuddha Sattva, it is above the 3 gunas. So then it is not in the river of desires because it is outside the 3 gunas.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then, yeah, here you see beauty in this world is only skin deep. But eventually this beautiful lady or all of us we'll have wrinkles on our face. Our hair will become gray. We will become old. You know, if Krishna wishes, we will become old. Otherwise, we don't know. Okay. Yeah. So here Krishna says that this is material world is like an upside down tree. It is nourished by the 3 modes, right? Sattva gun, rajogun and tamogun. ये तीनों गुण ना अपने दिमाग में बिल्कुल पक्के रखने हैं. सत्व गुण, रजोगुण, तमोगुण. Okay. And all these branches, the twigs are the sense objects and its branches are spreading up and down. Right? हम लोग इसमें ही उलझे रहेंगे, फंसे रहेंगे, उसमें से बाहर निकलना है. Okay. Then, yes, then we saw that this is 15.3 and 4, that with this knowledge and determination, you must cut down this strongly rooted tree with the weapon of detachment, and we should get attached to the Supreme Lord. And how would you get attached to the Supreme Lord? By surrendering to him, by chanting every day, by studying Bhagavad Gita, by offering bhoga to Krishna, by eating prasad, by spreading Krishna consciousness. You should tell your friends, try to tell them to become Krishna conscious. अगर नहीं बनना है तो प्रसाद ही खिला दो, है ना? Because there are many people who might not want to become. So Krishna becomes happy when he sees that my child, he wants to make everyone Krishna conscious, right? So Krishna becomes very happy. So he gives special mercy on all the devotees who are spreading Krishna consciousness. Okay, right? So you should remember that it is like a train journey. Train का टिकट निकाला है, लेकिन ऐसे नहीं कि ट्रेन में हमेशा के लिए बैठे रहेंगे, स्टेशन आने पे उतरना ही पड़ेगा. आप ऐसे नहीं बोल सकते नहीं मुझे ट्रेन बड़ी अच्छी लगी है, बहुत अच्छा है, मैं इसी में रहूंगा, right? So that will not happen. Okay, then we will go ahead. Yes. Okay, so कोई आपके फ्रेंड्स आपको बोल सकते हैं कि स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में ना तो सब खुशी ही खुशी है, बहुत सारी खुशी भी बहुत बोर हो जाता है यार, कुछ तो मजा ही नहीं है इसमें, सब एवरीथिंग इज हैप्पी 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 हैप्पी, तो कुछ भी मजा नहीं है, तो मजा नहीं है यार, ये तो वो लाइफ बिल्कुल बोरिंग हो जाएगी स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में। यहाँ पे कैसे सुख है, फिर दुख है, you know, there is separation, then there is love and separation, so many things are there, life is so exciting here। स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में क्या है, सब डांसिंग सिंगिंग, बड़ा बोर हो जाएगा। So then I will tell you with this, you know, with this I will explain you with this with an example. So for example, in the class, assuming that you get 8th rank, okay, 8th rank you get. Next time, what you would want? You would want to get 5th rank. Then you would want to get 3rd rank. Then you would want to get 2nd rank. Will you say कि नहीं, अरे अभी मेरा 3rd rank आया, अभी मेरा 30th rank आएगा तो भी चलेगा? I'll give you another example. For example, there is a businessman, okay? Businessman है, उसका Indian gas का business है, okay? And now he is saying that, you know, first year he made good money, recently set up business, 10 लाख कमाया. Second year उसने 25 लाख कमाया, अरे वाह वाह वाह. Third year he made 35 lakhs. Now 4th year he would expect, what do you think he would expect? He would expect 50 lakhs. या वो बोलेगा कि नहीं यार, I am overflooded with money. So Krishna, now do one thing, you know, एक बड़ा गैस फायर एक्सीडेंट करो दो मेरे इसमें, I am okay with 50,000 rupees. Will he say that? No, he would not say that. He would never want to put full stop to, you know, all these things. We just want, ye dil mange more, right? So that is how you will never be. It is not that, you know, कि ये इसमें spiritual world में बहुत खुशी है तो बहुत बड़ा बोर हो जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Okay, so then moving ahead, yeah, where are we? We are 15.6. Yes. Now in 15.6. Yes. So now Krishna is saying that the supreme abode of mind is not illuminated by sun, moon, or fire, or electricity. What does this mean? That Krishna has a place to stay. Krishna has a spiritual abode, right? Uska dham hai. He has a place to stay. And then he is explaining, he's telling about his place. कि वहाँ पे जो सारे planets है, they are self-effulgence. मतलब ना उसको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लगती है, ना उसको कुछ पावर लगता है चमकने के लिए, राइट? दे आर ऑल सेल्फ एफिल्जेंट planets. Then someone would say that, you know, why should we come here? यहाँ पे आना क्यों है? And just to, in this material world, just to purify ourselves and go back to the spiritual world. Then he is explaining little bit about the spiritual world. Okay. Then he is explaining 5 types of rasas. Right, in the first picture you see, now he is telling about the spiritual world. We are going to see a nice video of the spiritual world also. Okay, so then he is explaining the rasas of the spiritual world. Yeah. So then you see the gopis. There are all elderly gopis. Krishna को कहते हैं, कृष्णा है गाना गाओ ना, है ना, जैसे हम छोटे बच्चे को बोलते हैं गाना गाओ ना. So they are trying to, you know, trying to give laddu, peda, makhan, or something else to Krishna. And then Krishna becomes like a toy boy in their hands, play boy in their hands. Okay, Krishna is also like that, and gopis also like it, right? Then you see in this cows. Cows are very dear to Krishna. That is why he is called Govinda, right? Then his cowherd friends, they're all lovingly playing with Krishna, right? And there in spiritual world, Krishna has no work, right? No one has any work. No exam, no results, no job, no tension to earn money, no worries, nothing in the spiritual world. यहाँ पे इतने सारे एग्जाम्स है, अभी एग्जाम खत्म होगी, अभी नेक्स्ट क्लास शुरू हो जाएगा, उसके बुक्स लाने हैं, उसकी पढ़ाई करनी है, नेक्स्ट क्लास से ये शुरू होगा, वो शुरू होगा. वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है. एवरीवन इज वेरी हैप्पी देयर. ओके, लेकिन और वहाँ पे क्या करते हैं सब लोग? दे डोंट परफॉर्म कर्मा, दे परफॉर्म अकर्मा, राइट? सत्व, शुद्ध सत्व, प्योर गुडनेस. Everyone is in akarma. So I will show you a nice video of the spiritual world. Okay. So let me share it with you.
Mataji, can you repeat the meaning of akarma?
Akarma means doing everything for Krishna.
And Mataji, Nishkam karma.
Nishkam karma is also doing everything for Krishna, but so akarma and nishkam karma are similar.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah, they are similar. Nishkam karma would be doing things without expecting results. That is nishkam karma. But akarma is doing everything for Krishna.
Okay, Mataji. Now I understood.
Yeah. Okay, my PC has got hung. I don't know what happened. My Zoom has got freezed. You can hear me, is it?
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, my Zoom has got freezed. This files are little heavy files, so that is the problem. All these videos and all that it makes it little heavy. Yeah. Okay, chalo. So now I could open it. 1 second. Just bear with me for a minute. The file is little heavy, so it is opening. Now it has opened. Okay. So here you go. Very wonderful, this thing. Okay. We have tried to explain it. Okay. So now here the spiritual world is explained. So why did we pick up this? We picked up this because now Krishna is explaining about the spiritual world here. Now we are entering Vaikuntha planets. Okay. Now in Vaikuntha, how is everyone? So in Vaikuntha planet, all the residents are similar in form to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? So मतलब आपको जो भी देखोगे ना, सब लोग विष्णु जैसे दिखेंगे. With 4 hands, शंख चक्र गदा पद्मा, with a nice golden helmet, सब एक जैसे दिखेंगे. तो आप बोलोगे कि कृष्णा को पहचानेंगे कैसे कि कृष्णा कौन सा है इसमें? So there are 2-3 identities how we will find out Krishna. One is that he has a Kaustubh Mani on his chest, and then he has so Shrivatsa, and he has golden hair, and Lakshmi resides in his heart. Vakshasthalam. Okay, so Lakshmi resides in his heart. So that is how you will identify कि Krishna कौन सा है, Vishnu कौन सा है, और Vishnu दूताज कौन से हैं. Okay. Now this is
कौसल्या सुप्रजा रामपूर्वा संध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ नरशार्दूल कर्तव्यं दैवमान्धि.
Everyone is busy serving Krishna. Everyone is busy serving Krishna, and everyone is in Shuddha Sattva. Now, Bhagavatam 3rd canto, 15th chapter, 15th verse. In the Vaikuntha planet is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who in his original form, who is the original person and who can be understood through Vedic literature. He is full of uncontaminated mode of goodness with no place for passion or ignorance. So pure goodness, no passion, no ignorance. He contributes religious progress for his devotees.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
So everyone in Vaikuntha planets, they have an aeroplane.
Right?
तो एरोप्लेन लाने के लिए उनको ऐसे नहीं कि बहुत पैसा कमाना पड़ेगा और फिर एरोप्लेन खरीदना पड़ेगा. They just have to bow down to Vishnu and they just have to pray for an aeroplane, and immediately Vishnu will sanction their desire. So all the Vishnu Ditas along with their wives, they all travel in the aeroplane. And it is not that Vishnu Dutas and their wife are attracted with each other. They are attracted towards serving Krishna. Both of them wants to serve Vishnu. Okay. Now let us move ahead and see. In those Vaikuntha planets, there are many forests which are very auspicious. And in those forests are trees, are desire trees. And in all the season, they are filled with flowers and fruits. Because everything in Vaikuntha planet is spiritual and personal. So then they will give you unlimited fruits. और ऐसा नहीं है कि आप banana tree के पास गए तो आपको orange नहीं देगा. You go to a banana tree, they will, if you want orange, they will give you oranges also. Whatever you want, they will give you. Okay.
कल्पतरुवोऽध्रुमा भूमिश्चिन्तामणिगणमयी तोयममृतम्.
Yeah. So these are desire trees. Okay. Kalpa vriksha. Then in those, now Bhagavatam 3rd canto, 15th chapter, 16th verse. Okay, so this is all from Bhagavatam. There are many, this we saw, right? So in those forests, the desire trees in all seasons, they are filled with flowers and fruits. And because everything in Vaikuntha is planet is spiritual, and because everything in the Vaikuntha planet is spiritual and personal. Now here, when the king of the bees hum in a pitch, singing the glories of the Lord, there is temporary lull in the noise of the pigeon and cuckoo. So in the spiritual world, now all the birds, right? Pigeon, cuckoo, crane, chakravaka, swan, parrot, everyone is dancing. Okay, everyone is dancing. And what happens? They are dancing, with the name of Krishna. And what happens? Suddenly they see a humming bee. And this humming bee is coming from the, the garland of Krishna. And then everyone stops. Suddenly everyone stops. And they want to hear pastimes about Krishna. कि मुझे कृष्णा के बारे में बताओ, विष्णु के बारे में बताओ. And then no one is envious of each other. Then hummingbee tells about Krishna. Okay, about Vishnu. Come on, let us see that.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
This is Vaikuntha planet. All the birds are dancing.
Hey! Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
And now the hummingbee is coming from the garden of Vishnu. And now all the birds, they stop. Now they want to hear about Krishna. Tell about Krishna. They just want to hear the glories of Krishna. Okay. Now, although flowering ponds like Mandara, Kunda, Kurabaka, Utpala, all these names of flowers, right, are full of transcendental fragrance. But as soon as they see Tulsi coming in, right, they are full of fragrance. But as soon as they see Tulsi coming in, or Lord Vishnu who wears Tulsi garland, they will immediately bow down to Tulsi. Now Tulsi ka fragrance itna acha nahi hai, right? Matlab, compared to the flowers, obviously Tulsi has a lovely fragrance. She is a devotee of Krishna. But as compared to the flowers, but the flowers are not envious. They will immediately stop when Tulsi comes in and they'll bow down. And see how
Shri Krishna Preyoshi Namo Namo Tulasi Krishna Preyoshi Namo Namo Broje Radha Krishna Sheba Pavo Eyobi Lashi.
And now when Tulsi comes in, see all the flowers, they're all bowing down before Tulsi. Yeah. So that is how everyone is envious नहीं है. अरे तुलसी को इतना भाव क्यों दे रहे हैं? हम भी तो इतने सुंदर है, इतना हमारे पास fragrance है. ऐसा नहीं है. No one is envious of Krishna, right? Then, in the aeroplane, right, although crowded by their consorts who have large hips and beautiful smiling faces, they are not stimulated by passion. So even if they are so beautiful, their main thing is to serve Krishna. And they are all beautifully decorated, but ऐसा नहीं, they are attracted towards each other. They just want to serve Krishna. Now we'll go to the Goloka. Okay, Sacha, before we go there, okay, so there is no hunger, there is no anger, there is no thirst there, right? All animals live very happily there. So here now we go to Goloka. Just a necklace में pendant is the main piece, right? Very attractive. So similarly, Goloka is a pendant of the necklace. And now see what happens in Goloka. Let us see there. So there, tiger, lion, deer, they are not inimical to each other. Okay, tiger is drinking milk, and tiger and deer are embracing each other. Let us see that. This is the material world, wherein tiger is killing the deer. This is the material world. But see now what is happening in the spiritual world. And see the tiger and deer are embracing each other while chanting the holy names of the Lord. Trees are also dancing.
Mataji, we can't hear it.
You can't hear?
No, Mataji.
See, all the animals, they are living so nicely with each other.
कथागानं नाट्यं गमनमपि वंशी प्रियसखी.
All the animals are applied tilak.
चिदानन्दं ज्योतिः परमपि तदा स्वाद्यमपि च.
Yes. Wasn't it wonderful? You could hear everything, right?
Was.
Yes.
Here.
Okay, chalo, good. So back to our presentation. Okay. 1 second. Yes. Where were we? No. What happened? Why is screen sharing failing? Okay, so we were here, right? Yes. 15.6, 15.7 now. Okay, so we saw all the 5 gunas. We saw that the abode is not illuminated by sun, moon, electricity. Then we follow the 5 rasas. Then we have to perform akarma if we have to go to the spiritual world. I think everyone would want to go to the spiritual world, seeing the spiritual world. Yeah. Now 15.7, wherein Krishna says that everyone, all of you are part and parcels of Krishna, right? Sun and sun rays, right? As soon as we are all son of Krishna, and you see the Jivatma here. Yeah, so every Jivatma is connected to Krishna, and we are all conditioned soul, right? And what happens? We are struggling with the 6 senses. इतना desire है, खाने का desire है, कुछ देखने का desire है, कहीं जाने का desire है. Right? We are struggling with the 6 senses, including mind. And because of this, we will take birth again, because this we are satisfying the desires of the mind. But what should we do? We would engage our mind in something. Eyes in seeing the deity of the Lord. Mouth for chanting and talking the glories of telling the glories of Krishna. Tongue to have prasad. Ears to hear the kirtan of Krishna. Right? So, and that is what is saying, that we are struggling here with the six senses, and because of this, we will take birth again and again, again and again. Yeah, and then what happens? So there is disparity in this world. One second, there was a poll. Yeah, we are misusing the senses. And then what happens? One second, I will stop share. I can't see all of you. I will have to disable this. Yeah.
Disparity?
Yeah.
What is disparity?
See, somebody is black, somebody is fair, somebody is dusky look. That is disparity. Somebody is tall, somebody is short, somebody is fat, somebody is thin. That is disparity. Right? Somebody is rich. Yeah, you see somebody is very rich and somebody is very poor. He's flooded with money. He doesn't have even food to eat. Somebody is very strong and somebody is handicapped. Right? Somebody is very beautiful and somebody is not so beautiful. Somebody is very healthy, right? And somebody is not so healthy, diseased, right? So that is disparity in this world, right? So now Krishna says that you need to understand this, because whatever you think, that is how, whatever is your mental status, based on that you will get punarjanma, or you will lead a life accordingly. So for example, there was a boy who was always like rock and jazz music, okay, always wanted to sing and dance, and always with his headphones, with his shorts and all that, ekdam funky t-shirt and all that, always dancing, and and he wanted to go to America. So he tried to give GRE TOEFL, could not clear. Right. So in his life, always thinking about going to America. Okay. In his life, he couldn't go to America, but deep rooted, he wanted to go to America. So when he leaves his body, because in the deep rooted thing, he was only thinking about America. The super soul, when he leaves his body, will say, "Iske kitne punya kiye, kitne paap kiye, let me check. Acha, now he will get a body. Now see, this is very important. Now, what type of body you will get, what you deserve and what you desire. So in this case, this boy wanted to go to America. So when he leaves his body, maybe he will get birth in America, because deep rooted usko America ही जाना था. लेकिन डिजर्व क्या करता है, अगर उसने स्मोकिंग किया होगा, ड्रिंकिंग किया होगा, बहुत पाप किए होंगे, तो बन जाएगा, मे बी रैट बन जाएगा अमेरिका में, या फिर थोड़ा कुछ अच्छा कर्म किया होगा तो डॉग बन जाएगा, क्योंकि डॉग को तो कितना अच्छा लाइफ मिलता है अमेरिका में, राइट? और कुछ अच्छी कर्म किए होंगे तो ह्यूमन लाइफ मिलेगा अमेरिका में. सो डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट यू डिजायर and what to deserve. Listen very carefully. Yeah, there is a quiz after this. So on the leaving your body. So foolish people. So Krishna says in 10, right, that the foolish people cannot understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spells of mode of material nature. But one who realizes this, right, one who realizes this, he will be very careful that no, I should chant, I should do kirtan, I should study Bhagavad Gita along with my regular studies. I should do all this. Tabhi mujhe, I with this knowledge, when this knowledge is there, then you will be very cautious, right? Okay. Then yes. So now Krishna is telling that sun and moon. So he is saying that entire world is dependent on me. Cosmologically, it is dependent on me. Terrestrially, it is dependent on me. Physiologically, it is dependent on me. And spiritually, it is dependent on me. So the light which is coming from the sun, right, is the sun and moon are my eyes. So you see this? Oh, I should have shared the sound. One second. I'll share the sound. When I share the sound, I can't see you. So then I have to stop sharing the sound. Yeah, okay. So basically the sun supplies, and when sun supplies that, what happens? The trees go, photosynthesis happens, then we get rains, yeah, then we get crops. The sun is the source of light. If sun is not there, okay, right, it will become very cold. and then we'll not be able to do anything. Then he says moon. Yeah, then let's go to the next slide. What is happening? 1 second. Yeah. Then he says, I become the moon and supply the juice of life to all vegetables. Just imagine कि fruit में juices नहीं रहेंगे तो क्या होगा? Fruit में juice नहीं रहेगा, vegetables में juice नहीं रहेगा, तो so such bland thing it will happen, right? So all these juices, salt, sour, sweet, pungent, astringent, bitter, everything is coming from moon. So Krishna is the source of all this juices, right? Then he says, I am the digestive fire. Just imagine कि हम लोग खाएंगे लेकिन फूड ही हजम नहीं कर पाएंगे तो क्या हालत हो जाएगी अपनी. पार्टी में गए, मस्त शादी में गए, खाना खा के दबा के खाया लेकिन दूसरे दिन डाइजेस्ट ही नहीं कर पाए. तो so Krishna is the digestive power in the belly. So just imagine, so there were few scientists, okay, they did some research कि blood बनाने का, okay, so they took a bread and they tried to make the blood with the sort of machines and all that. So then they realized कि the machinery that they will need, we will have to put this machinery across a distance of 3 kilometers. इतना बड़ा machinery लगेगा और इतना बड़ा machinery लगा के बस एक piece of bread का थोड़ा blood बनेगा. Just imagine so much things we are eating और उसका तो कितना blood बनाना, तो machinery कितनी बड़ी लगेगी. We don't realize that our body is producing blood without even we knowing us that it is producing blood, right? Then Krishna has made not only food grains and vegetables and all, he also made spices to make food tasty. Then he has also made, he knows कि we are going to eat too much, so then he also made medicines, right? कि उनको पता है हमारे बच्चे तो बड़े मस्ती वाले हैं, खाएंगे बहुत दबा के. So he made medicines for us, right? Unless Lord is helping in digesting, we cannot enjoy eating. पेट खराब होगा तो खा नहीं पाएंगे, right? Then Krishna says, सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मता स्मृतिर ज्ञानम अपोहनम च वेदेश सर्व अहम वेद एव वेद्यो वेदांत कृद्वेद विद एव चाहम. He says, from me comes remembrance. मतर स्मृतिर ज्ञानम अपोहनम च. आप जो पढ़ाई करते हो, and listen very carefully, आप जो पढ़ाई करते हो उसका इंटेलिजेंस कहाँ से आता है? Knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. एग्जाम के समय याद रखना है. Who gives the remembrance? Krishna gives the remembrance, right? Forgetfulness, भूल भी जाओगे तो Krishna gives the forgetfulness of all the bad things that happen in our life. So from he comes knowledge, remembrance and forgetfulness. सुबह जब हम उठते हैं तो how do we remember कि I am Nityansh or I am Akshara or I am Ayush Anand? How do we remember that? Krishna gives the remembrance, right?
Mataji,
Yeah.
Mataji, you told me that Krishna gives the remembrance and the forgetfulness. So he makes us forget everything that is bad and he makes us remember everything that is good. So
No, he can make us remember good also. It is not that everything he'll make us forget bad. He can make us remember good also and bad also, both.
Oh, okay. I think you answered my question.
Yeah. I told you just that, कि ठीक है, he makes us forget bad because पिछले जन्म का तो हमें कुछ याद नहीं है. अगर वो सब याद रहता, सारे हमारे माता पिता हमको याद रहते पिछले जन्म के, मे बी डॉग लाइफ में थे तो डॉग लाइफ के माता पिता, फिश थे तो फिश लाइफ के माता पिता, इतने सब याद रहेंगे तो हमारा लाइफ इतना क्लटर्ड हो जाएगा कि इवन इन मटेरियल लाइफ वी विल नॉट बी एबल टू live properly and we will not focus on Krishna. That is why Krishna gives us that forgetfulness. Okay. Then he says, by Vedas I am to be known. I am the compiler of all the Vedas. So he is Vyasadev. He comes as Vyasadev to give all the Vedas. Right? I am knower of all the Vedas. And why does Krishna present this knowledge? Because the human entity should understand Krishna and go back to his eternal home, Vaikuntha and Goloka. So by understanding the Vedas, what will happen? We will understand our relationship with God. And how should we establish our relationship with God and attain Supreme God, right? So, Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan, all the three. Okay. Then essence, this I will not spend much time on. Okay, but I will tell you what is the, three Loki. Yeah, so basically he's saying everything, there are two classes of men here, fallible and infallible. Yes.
Mataji, could you tell the full form of M again?
M. 1 second, I just need to take this.
ले पकड़ा पकड़ने
સાંભળો ને બરાબર.
Can you hear me? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Yeah. So then we are almost at the end. Don't forget we have a quiz now. Okay. So there are two classes of human beings: fallible and infallible. Infallible is like Hanuman. He never gets tired. कितना भी भगवान का सेवा करना हो, he never gets tired, never gets stressed. But in this material world, we are fallible, right? And in the spiritual world, every living entity is infallible. And who is above all this? Who is the Purushottam? Krishna is the Purushottam, who has entered all these three worlds and is maintaining all of them. Because, he says, because I am transcendental, he is above fallible and infallible, he is above conditioned soul, he is above liberated souls. Yeah, and he is the greatest because we saw in Brahma Vimohan Leela that everyone becomes Vishnu. Yeah, and this is celebrated in both the worlds and in the Vedas as the supreme person. Yeah, and whoever knows me, he is saying, whoever knows me without doubting me is the knower of everything, and he'll come back to me, O son of Bharata. Okay, so the best transcendental knowledge was disclosed by me. Yeah, and whoever knows this without doubting me is knower of everything, and he will attain perfection. Okay, so that is the this was our chapter 15. So everyone ready for the quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cholo, very good. I am sharing the quiz with you now. Okay, so just give me 1 second. One second. I am putting the quiz on chat. Somehow my system has become very slow today.
Mataji, will you type code also, because I am doing from app?
What do you want me to put?
I said that will you put code also, because
This is Google.
I
This
am
is,
doing
yeah,
from the
this is
quizzes.
quizzes. No, this is not on quizzes. This is on Google. This is the Google quiz. Okay,
Google?
one, yeah, Google form. 1, 2, 3, and here you go. So what all of you can do is you can attempt the quiz and you can send your scores, the screenshot, you can send it on the group. Okay, because I will have to log out now. I have to step into something. So I would suggest everyone, but I want everyone to solve the quiz. You should not skip the quiz. And either you can send me a personal message or you can put the score on the group. This is a little tricky quiz. It is not an easy one. So whoever scores even above 50% or 60% is very good score. Okay. So please attempt this and then put the score on the group, or you can send me a personal message. But I want everyone to attempt the quiz. Okay. Chalo, then I am ending the meeting. I hope everyone has got the link of the quiz. Yeah. Chalo, then see you tomorrow for the Japa session and at 4 o'clock tomorrow for the management lesson sessions. Okay. Chalo,
Yes,
bye.
Mataji.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Mataji.
Hari Bol.